For many years the Under-Empire had been united in one way or form, for none could defy the ruling of the Council of 13 and the innumerable hordes of ratmen under their control. However, by the year 17 IC, rumours began to rise in the west as a growing power began to present itself to the Under-Empire once more. Ages ago, during the Great Migration, this power was just one of many clans migrating out of Skaven and making their own domain within the wider world. They had passed beyond knowledge of the Council. All that was remembered was that they swore they would one day return. The name of the clan had long since been forgotten. The only thing that was certain was that they ventured into the hot, dry deserts of Araby, but there they had found it. From just below the lands of Araby, the clan had found a massive intercontinental tunnel that had stretched beneath the great ocean and made its way towards the damp jungle continent of Lustria. From below, the clan arose from under a great temple city deep within the central jungles. There they claimed the city for the glory of the Horned Rat and fought off and killed the Lizardmen armies that tried to reclaim their city. But it was not these mighty reptilians that proved the downfall of their clan, but one enemy that no sword nor spear could ever destroy. The dire swamps and jungles of Lustria began to take its toll on the verminous horde, as diseases of many kinds began to sicken and kill the clan from the inside. With only a few hundred of their brethren left, the vermin begged their lord and saviour, the Horned Rat, to deliver them from this nightmare. With their fur soaked in sweat and blood, with boils all around their bodies, their fevered brains were attacked by visions called down upon them. It was then that the Skaven knew what they had to do. If they dedicated themselves to the Horned Rat, they would be spared. If they scoured the Lustrian jungles of the south for victims to be sacrificed, the Horned One's hunger would be appeased. If they grew to worship the very diseases that were killing them, they would finally be born anew. And so, from the darkest desperation, the diseased ratmen of Clan Pestilens were born into this world, and thus began the rise of Sotek. Following their rebirth, Clan Pestilens grew strong, plundering the ancient archives of the ruined cities of Lustria for arcane secrets long hidden within sealed vaults. They brought back sacrifice after sacrifice for their vile god, bringing to him the blood and body of their reptilian enemies. The clan looked further and further to dedicate themselves more to the essence of corruption itself, for their devotion to their god was unquestioned. However, with the Skaven threat becoming too large to simply ignore, other temple cities were forced to mobilize their forces and to end the clan once and for all. After a great many battles, the Skaven armies were pushed back all the way to the ruined city of Quetzal, where there they were encircled by a fully fledged army of all the temple cities, gathered to finally rid the world of the pestilent threat once and for all. Encircled and isolated, the plague lords of Clan Pestilens were forced to flee the continent. The pestilent host spent a decade fighting their way towards the shoreline, and it was from there that they created a fleet of rotting ships to bear them towards the jungles of the Southland. There the clan was established, strongholds were built, fortress lairs were raised, and the clan prepared for their confrontation with their brethren. When the emissaries of their clans reached the doorsteps of the council chamber within Skavenblight, they demanded that they reclaim their rightful place within the Under-Empire and proclaim Lord Nurglich as a member of the Council of 13, as was promised to them by the Horned Rat himself. Enraged at this transgression, the council killed the emissaries and threw their rotting corpses on the outskirts of the grand city to serve as an example to those that would try to defy their dominance. In retaliation, Clan Pestilens moved forward with their long-planned counterattack. With the use of biological warfare, the clan devastated whole strongholds of tightly packed and populated Skaven all around the Southlands. One major clan, Clan Murkit, still fought on against the invaders, but Clan Pestilens planned a faster solution and unleashed foul cauldrons filled with warpstone and putrescence upon the network of caverns within Murkit's stronghold, killing the entire clan within a matter of hours. It is said that only Lord Murkit and his personal retinue of honor guard were the survivors of the massacre. With the loss of Clan Murkit, the council responded by amassing several armies of clan rats, supported by warlock engineers of Clan Scryer in their push against Clan Pestilens. Their response was late, however, for by the time the armies had engaged Clan Pestilens, the remaining Southland clans had changed their allegiance to the new growing power. With their armies bolstered by fresh recruits, Clan Pestilens had the sufficient numbers needed to engage the Underempire head-on. As the years passed, the war was escalating uncontrollably into a full-fledged Skaven civil war, with whole armies of their kind slaughtering each other for the cause of the ambitious few. The war grew so fierce that it also began to take its toll on the Underempire, both financially, militarily, and politically. So unstable and incompetent were the council at dispatching Clan Pestilens that several other Skaven clans revolted against their tyrannical reign, either joining Clan Pestilens' cause or made war for their own personal gains. The civil war dragged on for the better part of 4 centuries, as the civil strife killed untold thousands, if not millions, of Skaven, but neither side could get the other to yield, as the Northern Hemisphere was still dominated by the Council of 13, while the Plague Lords controlled the South. Many clans stood apart during the conflict, joining sides with whomever had the upper hand, while others joined the highest bidder. The civil war eventually ground to a stalemate, as neither side could gain a lasting victory over their rivals. For many years afterwards, the council tried and failed time again at dispatching the treacherous clan from power, but none could find a particularly good solution at countering Clan Pestilens' use of biological warfare, as the numerous hordes of clan rats that both of the Skaven sides used were very vulnerable to such disease attacks. It was perhaps by the blessings of the horned rat that their salvation came not from the south nor from the west, but from the east. Just like Clan Pestilens before them, a growing power had also taken the ancient migration of their ancestors and made their way towards the east, and it was there that they did not learn of disease and plagues, but of something a lot more silent and lethal in nature. The deadlock was broken by the reappearance of another long-lost clan, for the assassin adepts of Clan Eshin had finally returned to the Great Under-Empire. The black-clad assassins of Clan Eshin pledged their allegiance wholly to the Council of 13, bringing with them offerings and gifts, along which were the heads of warlords, chieftains and plague lords that dared to overthrow their holy dominance. The council wasted no time in putting the clan's skillful assassins to good use, killing off warlords and powerful leaders to further disrupt their enemy's war effort. Soon support for the clan began to erode, and slowly but surely it became clear that Clan Pestilens were losing this war. Realizing that their position was becoming untenable, the Plague Lords requested a parley with the council and a cease to the fighting. The council reluctantly agreed, and Lord Nurglich made his way towards the capital city of Skavenblight. After surviving several assassination attempts on his way to the city, Nurglich abased himself before the great temple of the Horned Rat, and unreservedly placed the resources of his clan at the disposal of the Council of 13. However, many within the council wanted him dead for the devastating civil war that he had brought upon the Under-Empire, and called for his execution. Nurglich anticipated this, and to further his point, he revealed to the whole council a single small vial. With fanatical eyes, he told them that he was carrying a vial of yellow skull fever, one of the Clan Pestilens' most virulent diseases, and any further attempts at his life would leave him no other choice but to release the contagion there, and now, upon the very heart of Skavendom itself. Swallowing their pride, the council welcomed their long-lost brethren back with open arms, and the Arch-Plague Lord Nurglich earned a right to trial by combat against one of the Council of 13. Though it was a near thing, the Plague Lord used a poisonous bite to defeat his opponent Lord Vask, the most vulnerable member within the Council of the Chamber in single combat. With that deed, Clan Pestilens cemented their place within the Under-Empire. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that one, and I haven't said anything about this yet, but I'm getting pretty excited because I'm nearing 100 subs, and I'll have to think up some kind of celebration or announcement thing to do when I get to 100 subs. But I'll just read out my subs here. I don't make as much gameplay as I used to be honest, because it just didn't get as much views and kind of response as my lore videos, and I'm not complaining about that, because I really enjoy making the lore videos. So don't think I'm butthurt or anything. But consequence of that is that I'm probably gonna have to start doing these sub announcements on my lore videos. So I'm just gonna do this. It's a pretty big one. I've had quite a few people subscribe recently because I'm doing this Skaven history series, I suppose. So I'm just gonna read them out. And yeah, can I just say, I'm doing this for my first 100 subs. So soon this is gonna stop, but you'll be like my proper disciples. My first 100 followers. 1 second, I'm getting a phone call. They just instantly hung up as soon as I answered my phone, so that's kind of weird. But here we go. I'm going to try and pronounce all of them. Rockuronin, RSB26, Austin Himes, Cavell TU, Zero Haseo, Thirsty J, 2981042, Victor Radulescu, Oliver Lillenberg, Kitsune Flare 88, The Vid Monster, McLovin, The Apricot Gamer, Cameron McIndo, and Archaon. So props to y'all for subscribing. The most subscribers out of those that I just listed is Ruka Ronin, so nice hustle there with 12. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoy the video. Another one coming soon. I'm sorry I've been so long with this one, but last weekend I tried to make this video on the clans of the Skaven, and it just turned into a massive ramble storm just covering 2 clans. So I don't know, maybe I'll release it. I'm going to listen to it now, and if it cringes me out too much I won't release it, but that's possibly coming out. But I only covered Clan Moulder and Clan Scryer. But as I was reading this, I thought this kind of explains the origin story and at least the kind of theme of the clan, the other 2 major clans, Clan Pestilens and Clan Eshin, as in assassins and disease people that are suspiciously, obviously worshipping Nurgle indirectly. So yeah, maybe these videos together are going to kind of cover it. But I'll make a more concise, short video on the clans of the Skaven. Perhaps I'll try and do that now before the end of the day. But yeah, I'm going to go listen to that long video. It's like 40 minutes of me rambling about Skaven clans. So yeah, if I haven't uploaded it and you want to see it, leave a comment or something, and maybe it'll encourage me to upload it. But I'm going to listen to it now, and if I hate it, I probably won't upload it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we got more History of the Skaven coming this weekend, and this video about the clans, the concise version, coming soon. Thank you.